everybody who knows is like life coaching is maybe the biggest scam on earth.
Life coaching's up there among the scams.
Like, I've known people who do like life coaching where they're trying to be a life coach to a T. The most like dysfunctional people. Your life is not together. Like they are the
Tony Robbins would be a good life coach though.
Yeah, well, again,
I guess a hot performance coach.
He's the OG guy, and like he's a guy who like does Madison Square Garden
mindset coaching.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden. And you're like, yeah, this guy is the preeminent life coach or whatever, and you're like, sure, and he uses all these things that like he didn't invent a lot of the stuff he says, but like a lot of these people are like they're like the finance guy on TikTok who has 12 followers and is like, I'll teach you to be a millionaire, and you're like, are you a millionaire? He's like, no.
Well, I told you I went to a session with a life coach once when I was probably 27.
Oh, really?
We were at the old office, and a friend of mine who was pretty successful, I guess they knew they had a life coach.
Okay.
And for some reason, they were helping pitch the person. So they were like, hey, this guy, I think he'd be good for you. Want to do a couple sessions? It'd be free. See what you think, blah, blah. And he was very helpful for me. And I was like, so what does that mean? It's just like a half-hour phone call with the guy. And I was kind of like, yeah, okay, sure. So I called the guy, and the first thing he said to me, this is, we're talking about, telling him I do comedy and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I think that one of the things is, it was two things. He was like, I think that one of the most important things to getting what you want in life is you need to be able to ask for things that, you feel uncomfortable asking. So I want you to text a friend or a family member in the next week and ask them for something that you wouldn't normally ask them for. And I was just like, no.
No, I don't want to do that.
I was like, hey, I'm not doing that. And he was like, no, you have to, and blah, blah. And he was like, this was the kind of things he was telling me. He was just like giving me a chore that would be unhelpful. And I was like, I don't even really have that problem. I was just like, yeah, I was thinking it was going to be more of the Tony Robbins mindset thing where it's like, get in the right headspace to succeed. Like, what are some, things that you're maybe are, I wasn't like, hey, I'm afraid. I'm not lying in my bed.
Yeah. You just want to get fired up a little bit.
I was you're right. I was thinking there maybe be some like, component where you get me hyped up, or like, maybe there's something of like, an organizational component or whatever. I don't know what I thought. I think mostly I was just probably doing the favor for this person.
Sure.
But yeah, he gave me chores to do, and I was like, there's no way I'm like texting a family member out of the blue and being like, saying some bullshit.
Yeah, he's like, you need to get out of your comfort zone. You're like, I do stand up.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not. That's not. Yeah. On top of that, I was like, I promise you, that's not really like my problem at all. That I'm like, if anything, like you need to get out of your comfort zone probably more than me. It's like,
yeah, I mean, also I'm looking at this right now,
and anyone who knows me would have been like, "What is this?"
Yeah, I'm looking right now. So if you want to become a certified life coach, there's SUNY, which is like the New York State school.
The opposite of the Shia,
yeah. It says, and this is how they sell it. They go, according to the Financial Times.
Oh, there, I got the chair figured out.
There you go.
It's the left side.
You should have hired a life coach.
Sorry.
The average hourly salary for life coaches is around $231 per hour. But you're like, yeah, they work an hour a year, most of them. It's like some life coaches charge under $100 per hour at the beginning of their career, while more experienced life coaches may charge upwards of $300. I don't know how they got that.
Honestly, having a coach that was like a coach, like, for example, I'm sure that the guy that coached Michael Jordan has good things to say to other people. I'm sure if you had that guy in your corner for a year, he'd probably have really good advice for you.
Sure, but I mean, again, I'm like, you could probably.
You ever listen to that guy? Fucking JJ's big into this guy, but he's the original guy. You've probably seen the meme. He was I can forget what this guy did.
60 hours, by the way. So
okay, tell me your thing first.
Certified professional life coach from SUNY Schenectady County Community College. It's $2,000, and it's 60 hours of coursework. It says 6 months, but like again, you could bang that on a week if you were so.
So you only have to do 60 hours of stuff.
60 hours. It's 60 hours of work, and you can be a life coach. So it's like $2,000, and theoretically, 10 hours a day for 6 days, and you're a certified life coach.
Ed Millett. You know that guy?
Ed Millett.
Well, he has like all these top guys on his program, and they just talk about winning and stuff, and it's pretty funny. But he's the guy.
Oh yeah.
He was the guy.
I know this guy's face.
So
he's the guy with the 6 hours.
The 6 hours, yeah. JJ loves this guy, and then I saw him, and I'm like, that's the guy that go. I take my day. I slice that into 2 days. So at 12 p.m., I finish my first day, and then I start my second day. And now I've already done 2 days when you've done 1 day. Now I take that 12 p.m., I slice it into 2 days. From 9:15, I finish my first day. At 12, I finish my second day. Now I've done 4 days, and I turn that into 7 days every day. So every time you've done a week, I've done 50 days.
Sure.
And then, like a lot of people, there's that famous Indian guy, and he was like, and I take my day and I slice it into 45 days. So every time you've done 1 day, I've done 850 days. You still have the same amount of time. However you want to divide it.
Like when you go to, like, what do you go to the gym and you work out for 1 minute?
That's a day.
Yeah, that was a full workout. 1 minute. I do 4 push-ups.
He says he turns every day into 6 days.
Like, what are you talking about?
So this guy is ridiculous, but he has some good people on.
Yeah, I'm sure he's managed to crack the Instagram algorithm enough where like probably you can leverage that into getting guests and then kind of like build.
I don't know. He might have been something before. I don't know. I think he's got money from something or other.
I think he has brand builders group.
Yeah, it is a lot of mumbo jumbo what exactly this guy does, but he has like famous coaches on and stuff. I like the sports documentaries. I find to be the most helpful.
Yeah. I mean, because again, those are high performance stuff.
High performance stuff I find useful.
And you're like, yeah, I know this guy. I know he's the best at the thing. Like you watch a thing on Tiger Woods or even like the Phil Heath documentary, which is actually really good.
I love that one.
Yeah, do you like that? It was really
I watched
good.
it on the plane.
Yeah, me too. That's where I watched it too. The Phil Heath documentary. That's great. But
They don't have a lot of good selections on the plane these days.
No, they don't. And but the Phil Heath one was just like, yeah, this guy was Mr. Olympia 8 times. Like,
yeah.